So what safety hazards do you need to be aware of, and what does BCSA look for during a physical assessment? BCSA's physical assessment process can be broken down into 5 main categories: site and location, nameplate or data tag, tank condition, pressure relief valve, and tank openings and valves. Let's start with site and location. The physical assessment deals with the position of the tank, the location of the tank, and the ongoing maintenance. It's important for owners and site operators to understand these requirements in order to ensure that any ongoing site development or use doesn't create safety hazards. First, we'll look at clearances. Does the tank meet the required clearances to structures, building openings, combustible materials, and sources of ignition? This also includes electrical transmission lines, other tanks, flammable materials, vaporizers, sewer pipes, storm drains, and electrical meters. Is there access to the filling location for propane suppliers? Is the tank protected from vehicle traffic or any other mobile equipment? Is the tank installed on a firm, non-combustible and level base? For example, the tank supports cannot be made of wood. Is vegetation or other readily ignitable materials kept clear of the tank? The site and location of the tank are important. Although the tank itself may be in good working condition, what surrounds it may increase the hazards or severity of an incident should one happen. There's a lot to consider in terms of a tank's site and location. Some of the more common safety hazards I find are tank clearances to buildings, structures, and roadways, incorrect tank supports or soft, uneven bases, combustible materials surrounding tank, clearances to sources of ignition, protection from vehicles or mobile equipment. Once the site has been assessed, the nameplate or data tag will be reviewed to ensure the tank meets the specifications for what's required. The nameplate or data tag has critical information on it that's needed when applying for an operating permit. Is it present and readable? Does the serial number match the information on the operating permit? Does it have a proper CRN on the tag, identifying it for use in BC? Is the design pressure indicated on the nameplate? The nameplate or data tag is critical to identifying the tank and whether it is suited for the purpose for which you have installed it. Some of the most common issues I have seen are that the name tags or data plates are painted over, corroded, or missing completely. If this is the case and there's no definitive way of identifying the tank, it will need to be removed from service or a new rating plate must be installed with a safety officer present. After taking a look at the site, location, nameplate, or data tag, we then inspect the tank condition. What we're looking at is the general condition of the paint or coating, as well as the physical integrity of the tank. Are there signs of corrosion, cracks, dents, cuts, or gouges? Are there any bulges on the tank? Are there any indications of fire damage or leaks? As part of our assessment, we do a visual inspection to confirm whether there is a pressure relief valve present and in serviceable condition, and if so, determine if it's appropriate to use with the tank. We look at the pressure rating. Is it appropriate for the safe working pressure of the tank? What's the valve's SCFM capacity, or standard cubic feet per minute capacity? This is the valve's limit to pass a certain volume of gas in a pressure relief situation. Is the relief valve installed above the maximum liquid level of the tank? Does the relief valve have a rain cap or cover? Is the weep hole clear and unobstructed? If not, the relief valve may fill with debris or water and cause damage to the valve. And finally, is there an acceptable regular service schedule or service interval in place? This requirement has recently changed and can vary with the size of the tank. If you have any questions about the pressure relief valve for your tanks, just contact us or visit our website. There are also other openings and valves on a tank other than the pressure relief valve, such as the filler, service, and liquid transfer valve. Larger propane tanks may have a pressure gauge, thermometer, liquid level gauge, internal safety control valve, or other valves. Our assessment includes verifying that all openings and valves are in proper working order and not corroded or leaking. All valves and openings, including the pressure relief valve, are critical to the overall safety of your tank. Some of the more common hazards I see are overdue service interval for the pressure relief valve, leaking valves, internal safety controls held open without fusible links or return springs, and pressure relief valves without covers.